Right, we're going. I'll just wait for this to get off this loading screen. I'm not. Oh, wow.
I know what I'm talking about in the chat now.
Yeah.
That is heavy rain.
Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the F1 League Season 7, Round 7 from the very, very wet Red Bull Ring in Austria. And I'm glad to be joined back in the commentary box this week by my normal partner, Josh.
Hello. Yes. Yeah, I was just talking about the rain. Only a little bit. There's only a little rain. You can see on your screen. Just a little drizzle, I think. But I know in the chat when they got on practice, I think it was LK actually. He said, "Well, qualifying should be fun," and it's absolutely chucking it down here at Austria. So I don't know if it'll be like for the race, but yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely going to be fun to watch, that's for sure. But yeah, so obviously it's been a while since me and Josh have actually been in the box together. It's been a while for various reasons. Birthdays.
It has. I don't know what is it 2 weeks or not? I don't know.
Might be a bit long.
If it's been longer than that.
Wedding. I had my wedding. Then I was on holiday. Then Josh had his birthday. Then I had my birthday, and then Josh had his birthday. So
yeah,
we are back, and we've got 19. So
yeah,
nice
we're back for Austria.
full grid.
Yeah, I'm glad back for Austria. It's one of my favourite tracks in the calendar. It seem to be pretty good at it, so I think it's only fitting that Austria. But I think I don't know if we're halfway through the season now, or if we're past it, maybe.
I think we're close.
Or even if we're
it's
there.
either this week or next week. I'm not sure. But yeah, it seems like we've been going. There's a break week in a few weeks' time, I think, and I think that might be I'm not sure. It might be halfway, but it's going to be like you said. You were saying about Austria. I like Austria as well. I feel like it always brings out good racing because it's a very short track, so the times between drivers aren't going to be huge compared to some of the longer tracks we'll see on the calendar. So should make for some exciting racing. And I think last season was a very exciting race here. So I'm expecting more of the same. I'm on board with Livs, who I think was the first person out.
I believe he is, yes.
But yeah, so I am no clue whatsoever what times to expect for a wet qualifying round here. So it'll be interesting to see what times, as they come and do their first runs, people set. But what we'll do, we'll talk about the standings as we wait for the first person to come across the line. As Lives is coming through the penultimate corner. Silent Mole is leading the championship, but he increased his lead last week as 16.5. That's not bad. It seems like a reasonable time.
Yeah, I mean in the wet as well. It's
feisty Ted.
To determine that time. Okay, a 15.9 from Ted there. As Jork's on a 16.3 as well. Sims with a 16.6, and just a couple more times now flying in.
Melanie comes across. Oh, he's invalid. Silent Mole 16.6. Stay on board Leopard here. I was going to say, is there 15.6 by the Amazement? Brilliant. I was going to say probably about 10 seconds slower in the wet, but it's inters, not full wet, so as LK goes 15.8. Leopard 15.6, there we go. So fastest times are dropping. See if anyone else is.
We've got Seiko as well, I think he's invalidated. Obviously Melanie after his invalidated lap, I don't know. A couple of guys in sector 2 here. Justin Inferno, Evie Allrounder, and then Lex Box 1. That's a new name for me. I haven't seen him before in the
Yeah,
Mercedes then?
he was in He was there last week. Apparently, I was commentating with Casey last week, and he said that he was around in season 2, as if I said, goes even quicker, 15.5 of F1 League. So he's someone who's come back to the league. Drastic Inferno comes through the final corner here. Oh, nice drift there, like that. Bit of drifting around the final corner. He comes through. It's invalidated. Amazement 50. Oh, these guys trading fastest times here.
Yeah, we've had some improvements as well. So Reynolds was up in his time, and he's now 4th. We also had Melanie cross the line with a 16.4. Cameron and wins. I don't know what's happening with him, but we've got Seiko coming around the final corner now. He hasn't validated his run, so we'll see what he can do. The McLaren, 16.5 for him. It's so close between everyone, to be fair. Who else we got? Yeah, Drastic Inferno and Hamilton Fan. Hamilton Fan is in sector 3 at the minute in that Force India.
Oh,
we have got yellow flag in sector 2, but so many people. It's going to be hard to work out who it is.
I wasn't sure who that was. Another yellow flag in sector 2. Not going to lie, and sector 1. Not sure. I'm going through everybody. Oh, Cameron wins his round. Hamilton Fan goes 15th.
Oh, yeah, and the pass there. I don't know if everyone's over-fueled and just sort of putting in lap after lap. If you get what I'm saying. Oh, Reynolds is actually up on his time. I don't know if he's diving in. No, he's not. He's going to complete his lap. He was up by about a 10th here. I don't know if he could go for pole. I believe Reynolds actually won last time out.
He did? That looks like it was invalidated.
4 tenths.
Oh, is he?
No, he lost 4 tenths there, I think, on the final corner. Because he was a 10th up going into sector 3, and then, yeah, he lost that time there.
Just to notice that Bobbitts has moved up to 5th with 15.7. If you look, it's so close. 5 tenths, 6 tenths between the top 10. It's what we've come to. Oh, Reynolds' car is just jumped up in the air then for no reason. We've come to expect it to be very tight qualifying in the F1 league. It's usually less than a second or less than 8 tenths between the top 10. Right, Melanie.
Yeah, I'm just trying to work out who to stay on board with, to be honest.
I'm on board with Melanie
Melanie
here.
final corner and Bobbitt's behind him as well. So see if Melanie does improve. Which he does to 4th, and then Bobbitt's go 4th actually.
Yeah.
So he takes that spot from him.
Melanie had 4th for about 2 seconds there. Maybe no, even less than that, probably half a second. As Reynolds goes fastest, there we go. 15.2. Set the marker down. What I will say about Reynolds is last week he only got, I think, 1 penalty, which was brilliant, and he even mentioned it in the interviews. He was like, I hope you noticed I only got 1 penalty. Because we know what he's been like in the past.
In the past, yeah. He does like a cheeky corner cut now and then.
Definitely. Nice. Yellow's in sector 2. I don't know who that is. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's loads of them.
Yeah, I couldn't find out.
2 Ferraris. It's interesting that because usually in these conditions, if you fuel the car enough, you can literally just go around for the whole 12 minutes. With the Inters, usually they're not too bad, but obviously people have come in. Let's watch Feisty Ted.
Feisty Ted's just gone 3rd actually.
Yeah, 15.
I don't know if he's just done that. 15.544. It's so close between everyone. Reynolds was 15.2. He sort of got a nice little gap there to the amazement, but everyone does seem to be improving. So in terms of times, it's going to shift around. I feel like the order.
Someone might just squeak into the 14s here with the last gap set, and Leopard's also moved up to 4th, which has pushed Bobbitt's down to 5th. Bobbitt's is in the pits now. Bobbitt's about to start his lap. Is anyone else on the lap? Maybe LK here, since currently in 7th. He comes across the line. Yep, there we go. Another 15.5, pushes him up to 3rd. Feisty Ted, come through the penultimate corner. It's hard to. What I will say is, with it being such a short track, it's very hard to keep up with everybody here. There we go.
Yeah, the dirty air as well just isn't a. It's not very nice to you. I can say that.
No. Very agreed, but I feel like I do like Austria. Some people don't like it, but I feel it's always exciting. As Feisty Ted went pole there with the 15.1. So the times are dropping.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see with the race actually what the weather's like, if it's going to start off with rain, because it's really heavy out there. So potential maybe, starting off light rain going to dry, or even if it is just going to be dry. I don't know if you have that information from the drivers or not, but who was that? I think it was Leopard actually. It's just gone second quickest with a 15.16. So again, incredibly close to pole. Just not there at the minute, but as we have seen the times dropping, I wouldn't be surprised if things do shift around.
Yeah, and just I'm on board with Jort now as he comes off yellows in sector 1. So Jort comes across the line. Can he improve? No, we can't. Must be starting his lap now. Yellows in sector 1. I'm going to stay on with championship leader, who's currently down in 12th, so he's not doing too good. As Amazement pops in. Oh my god, look how close it is at the top. 4 thousandths of a second between Feisty Ted and the Amazement. P1 and P2.
Yeah, and then Leopard's only a little bit behind as well.
Sorry, I was on board with Silent Mole then. He nearly took out, I don't know who it was, in the Force India. I'm not quite sure who it was, but well, EVO Rounder and Lexbox One have decided to retire. Jigglypuff? Yeah, it was Jigglypuff who nearly took out. Times are tumbling. Leopard didn't improve on that lap. Oh, Reynolds again went for a little hop. So, right. Qualifying is over, so people are on their last laps. LK goes
in the gravel.
He's not going to improve.
Feisty Ted coming around the final corner. Obviously, the man currently on pole. Is he going to be able to improve his time? Yes, he does with a 14.7, so he's stretched the gap out even more. But we do have other people on time, so Amazement's not going to be a set one. Leopard's up on his time. We've got Reynolds in sector 3 as Melon did not improve. So it's on board with Reynolds now. There's maybe an invalidation there. And, he's gone incredibly wide.
That's the wall.
And that's his lap. Done there. Yeah, that is the wall he's just visited. So it looks like Leopard will be the main challenger here, but also we've got people like Jolly coming along now, but he doesn't seem to be improving. He went P8, and then we've got Silent Mole as well coming around the final corner.
I think Silent Mole...
P12 for... so it's just Leopard now, and he's coming to the line, and I didn't see that. I think
he's second.
He's on second.
Wow. Exhilarating qualifying there, so really close. So we have Feisty Ted. We're taking pole position with a 14.7. That was an unbelievable lap from him. He's really shown that he was strong in these wet conditions. And then we have TOR Leopard in P2, Amazement in P3, Reynolds in 4th, Melanie in 5th, LK in 6th, Sims in 7th, Jolly in 8th, Jork in 9th, Bobbitt's rounding out the top 10. Then we have Lives in 11th, your championship leader Silent Mole down in 12th, and then Jigglypuff just behind. I actually didn't get down in them in time, so I apologise. But yeah, so it's going to be a tough ask for our championship leader to get up here. But we'll have to see how he can. It's going to be a test for him.
We've got 18 people on the grid, so not easy one bit.
Well, I was tyres and that was quite easy as everybody is starting on the super softs. Oh no.
Feisty Ted's putting on a set of ultra.
Oh, Jurassic
and then we've
Inferno's
got
gone
soft
soft.
Inferno. It's like some weird game. Like, you know, when they change, you just got to try to spot. As more ultra than K.
Anyone else? Oh, Bobbers. Oh, Ralphs. Melanie. Let's see what Reynolds does. Amazement lives. I would say most probably going to do ultras, softs round. And if you're really good on them, you can do ultras, super soft. A couple of them might do that, but we'll see. Obviously, we don't know if it's.
Yeah, it's weird. So, go on.
No, you go on, Josh. Sorry to butt in.
No, I was just going to say, with everyone starting on the Super Source originally, there's barely anyone on the Super Source now. So we've got Reynolds up in 4, Jolly, and then we've got Silent Mole, and then we've got CK, who's already been disqualified. Now, I'm sort of glad, because we know CK does like to take his time. But we've also got, Lex and Hamilton Van, who's just hit the back of All Rounder and is probably going to get disqualified. And yeah, they both did. But no, in terms of tyre choices, it's definitely a huge mix.
Yeah, there's definitely some mix of strategies here. Some people want to go longer in the first stint, and then be quicker towards the end of the race. And obviously, on the other sides, the guys at the front want to be off quick from the start and then just be solid. One to watch out for is definitely Reynolds. He's gone for the alternate strategy out of the guys in the top 6, so he's definitely be one to watch out for. This has to be the world's quickest formation lap for the F1 League as well, I'm not going to lie.
I genuinely think it is. I don't think there's anyone in Sector 2. No, this is... Yeah, I know. I'm not surprised, to be fair.
Unprecedented, I'd say, from these guys. But I will as Josh is back in the booth, I will let him take you through the start, as I'm expecting it to be a breathless one.
How kind of you.
I'll try and stay on board with all the action.
I've got water ready. Yeah, I'm gonna like call you in and get your opinion on it. So yeah, don't worry. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Austria F1 League. We're both back here with 5 red lights, and we are underway here. It seems that the Toro Rosso got a good start. The Ferrari of Leopard has cut across the Williams of Amazement, with Reynolds looking like the inside of his teammate. He sided against it, a bit of contact between Melanie and Amazement, but apart from that, everything seems okay. Melanie is trying to get past Amazement off the Reynolds, off the start. We've got LK as well just behind. He's going to try and look. Everyone's trying to make a couple of grounds. We've got Jolly lunging up the side there. The two Renaults are actually side by side now. LK and Jolly. Melanie's been pushed out wide a little bit. We've got contact further down the field, but apart from that, everything seems to be kept clean. But we still have Melanie, LK and Jolly. I don't know if team orders are going to be on the set. Jolly's actually lunging up the side of his teammate and nearly the Red Bull as well. He's got the move done on his teammate of LK. Only just. Jolly is on a set of Super Softs, I believe, so he's done quite well there, being on the slower tyre. Going down the rest of the field, everyone is just sort of, sitting behind each other, not making moves. Saying that, all-rounder is starting to... No, he hasn't. But the main talking point is Silent Mole. He hasn't got any damage, but he's down in 18th now. So sort of a recovery drive from the man there, as Melanie and Reynolds are battling away further up the field.
So are Leopard and Feisty Ted. Sorry to put in there, Josh. Breathless first lap.
No, go on.
What I will say is that Reynolds was teleporting everywhere on that first lap. He was off the track, on the track. Feisty Ted goes ultra defensive here into turn 2. Can Leopard get the move done around the outside? No. But they're going to it's a drag race now. Looks like
Leopard's got a good exit, to be fair.
Can Leopard get the move done here?
Ted's going to have the inside line, maybe. Actually, no, it looks like Leopard's got it. As it stands, Leopard has got the move done. So good work from him. So we've got a bit of a train forming behind Reynolds, I was going to say, We've got Melanie, and then Jolly's right behind him again, and then LK is also there, and obviously Sims and, LAR Lives, Jigglypuff, they're all behind, not by too much. We've actually had a pitter of Lexbone 1, so they went on to the Ultra Soft, so an interesting call from them. I'm going to stick on board with LK. He seems to get a good run on his teammate there, but he's actually backed out. I believe Hugo Reynolds actually went a bit wide, but further on the field, Amazement there. I think Feisty Ted may have had a moment, I'm not too sure completely. But obviously it's now Leopard by Amazement by Feisty Ted. So Feisty Ted, not the best start after starting on pole, but still in the podium position. He's going to want to try and push on. I'm just on board with Jigglypuff here. He's looking on the inside of McLaren of Elion Lives. I've seen that Lives is going to have the better exit, which he has done.
He's going to go on board with the guys.
Ted is closing to the back of Amazement. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, I was just going to stay on board with these Renault boys. They're still both hunting down Melanie in 5th. What I will say is, as Feisty Ted has got past the Amazement again, sorry. I think that was turn 5 or turn 6 there, they got past it. Amazement looks like he's had a bit of a issue because Reynolds is now all over the back of him here as he come into the penultimate corner. Interested to see the team orders. But what I will say at the front, Leopard's got that move done earlier and he's already pulling a gap. So
yeah, I mean it's about 2 seconds at the minute. He's definitely doing well. I think we saw this at Australia in the first round. Leopard got the lead and he just left. You know, he just stormed away. But there is a train forming behind Amazement, and Reynolds is on a different strategy. He's on the super softs compared to Amazement on the ultras. But they have to keep an eye. Actually, Jolly's looking on the inside of Melanie here, going to turn 2. Late on the brakes, he's going to want to try and get the move done maybe before the corner. It is a drag race again between.
He squeezed him wide, but it looks like he's got the move done here. He's got the inside line.
Yeah, he's going to have the inside. Can he make the move stick? He has done at the minute, which is going to allow his teammate of LK now to attack Melanie. Potentially, we don't know if LK wants to make the move, but I definitely feel like he will want to.
See, like we said earlier, this is, if you look at this from Reynolds, well, pretty much the Amazement, down to probably Bobbitt's, you'd say. In P11, there is just one massive train.
Yeah, around that.
It's just one, so 3rd to about 11, massive train, and Leopard and Feisty Ted are starting to pull away. 2 fastest qualifiers in the wet as Hamilton Fabits at the first penalty. It's really hard to keep up with all the gaps here, but Lives is right on the back of Sims. This is from P8. Sims obviously on the alternate strategy on those soft tyres. He's doing really well up in 8th. As Lives trying to take some of the inside, Sims has gone wide. And
Sims
that's let Lives through. And Jigglypuff.
Yeah, he's also going to have Jiggly. So he has lost out 2 positions there from the man on softs, but I suppose the good point for him is that behind him he has just got some soft runners. And that will be the only benefit for him, so he may not have to do too much defending, but the train is sort of still there from Amazement downwards. Everyone seems to sort of be on equal pace, at least at the minute, and just waiting for a little mistake.
Yeah, what we'll say is obviously with them being so close, is it just piles the pressure on, so mistakes will easily come if the pressure is kept on for the whole lap. If you look, you can see 3rd all the way down to 11th, all on the main straight. That is how close it is right now. I'm on board with Reynolds, seeing if he can get past his teammate, but Jolly is starting to catch up to these boys. No, still not close enough for a move. Nothing else further down the field. Oh, Bobbitt's had a bit of a... Sorry Josh, Bobbitt's had a little bit of a moment coming out of turn 2 there. Lost the back end a little bit, on the power a little bit early, so that's dropped him a little bit further back behind Sims. I'm sure he will catch up with this train. So I've just moved up to stay on board with LK, who is the closest. Him and the 2 Renault boys are the guys who are closest. Jolly is now 2 tenths behind Reynolds.
Yeah, I feel like the dirty air Team Reynolds a lot from his teammate of Amazement. Leopard's actually in the pit already on lap 6 here.
Interesting. Jigglypuff is also in the pit, so
is Jigglypuff.
Leopard's gone super softs. Interesting.
So he's definitely going to stop here.
Yeah, I did forget to say.
I know the undercut is very effective. I was going to say.
Yeah, and we didn't really mention this earlier, did we? How a 2-stop. There isn't much difference around here between because of the track being so short, between a 1-stop and a 2-stop. and the soft tyre can
yeah, we've
be
got the
pretty
two
slow.
Williams further on.
Yeah, sorry.
But it looks like Amazement's actually maybe giving it to Reynolds. He didn't seem to defend too much, so maybe he did swap the...
Maybe
But Jolly's looking on the inside.
Oh.
This could be an incredible move if he can get it done. He's still there. They're still side by side. Oh, he's had to back out a little bit. But that could have been incredible from the Renault driver there.
That was a really, really... the Amazement was not expecting that. That was an opportunistic move there. He saw the gap, went for it, just couldn't quite get the move done. But these guys are all really close to each other. As Jolly picks up a penalty, could be hindering further down. You've got to think now that Faiz, who is now your leader, is definitely going for the one stop. Because
yeah, definitely. One thing.
Carry on.
So Leopard's made his stop, and he's only nearly 2 seconds away from Silent Mole. And obviously Silent Mole hasn't pitted yet, so it just shows sort of how short the pits is here and why the two-stop is very effective. But I feel like the main battle here is for P3 between Amazement and Jolly, and then obviously you've only got Melanie and LK behind and battling up there.
Yeah, if you look at it, those soft runners are starting to come together a bit in 8th, 9th and 10th with Sims, Bobbits and Jock, and they're just starting to...
Amazement's actually gone on the grass there. It's going to allow Sawyer to butt in, but Jolly's now gone on the inside, and I think he's going to get the move done quite nice and easy due to Amazement running out wide. He doesn't decide to pit, but this has now got Jolly up into P3, so some good racing happening today as further along Jiggly's got past all-round. All-round is actually AI, so I don't know if he has left the session.
But then what I will say is that as Leopard sets the fastest up on them super soft tyres after coming in, what I will say, this has let the other Melanie and LK catch right up to these two. Amazement thought about the move up to there, but he thought better against it. So now it's the drag down to turn... Is it turn 4? This turn, I don't know if they count that kink up the hill. As Amazement bolt dives down the inside, outbreaks himself. I can't. Bold move there from Amazement. Tried to dive it up the inside, couldn't quite break in time, and Jolly regains the position. But this is allowed Melanie to catch up. So you've got yellows in sector 3. I'm not sure who that is. It's Lexbone 1. Reynolds picks up his first penalty.
So Leopard's all over the back of CK here. Obviously only P12, but Leopard doesn't want to be held up massively if he's going to be doing the two-stop. He's had to push CK out wide a fair bit. He has got the move done as Leaves is in the pit now. One of the ultra-soft guys. Interested to see what strategy he's going for.
Oh no, he's gone super
it's
soft.
It's a set of supers.
Yeah, so this will make a really exciting finish. If Silent Mole gets his first penalty, he is, after dropping down to 18th, he's currently in 10th, but he has Leopard hunting him down. I wouldn't sure it won't be long until Leopard gets past him. Interesting to see this his Salpa teammate Jork, who's just in front of him, lets him through. So I don't know about you, Josh, but I've used the soft towers around here and they are hideously slow.
Yeah, it's not a strategy I would go for. I'm definitely more of a two-stop guy around here. Oh, Leopard was looking on the inside of Mole, sort of doing what Jolly tried to do on Amazement. Brave from him there.
That was opportunistic to say the least from Leopard there. Maybe just showing Silent Mole. Silent Mole really defending here from Leopard. As the inside Leopard tries to go. No, it's not going to get it done. Oh, is that a bit of carbon fibre that just flew off?
Massively. I think Leopard's got a bit of damage on the front left.
Oh, Leopard. It's not good for Leopard. Go further up the field. Melanie is right behind the Amazement. Can't get the move done.
Jolly's made a gap from Amazement after getting the move done, and now he's closing to the back of Reynolds. Obviously, Feisty Ted's still out on the set of ultras there, so I'm definitely guessing to going on to a set of softs.
It is definitely safe to say that the super softs are now starting to come into play and come into their own a little bit. Silent Mole has got past Jork. I think he's run wide. Is Leopard going to get the move done as well? No, he's still behind. But yeah, the super softs are starting to come into play now.
Leopard is looking like the inside of Jork. He's getting quite sort of aggressive here. You know, he wants to get a move done, and he does seem to. They're going side by side, a bit of wheel banging. Is Leopard going to be able to get it stick? He decides to run out wide. Jork has sort of failed there, but Melanie's in. Well, another one of the ultra soft guys. He seems to actually have quite a lot of grass on his tyres. He's gone onto a set of the softs.
So he's definitely doing the one stop. So he's the first guy to show his cards and be like, right, I'm doing the one stop. But it's interesting, he's dropped right down to 15, so that just shows how close the racing is here. I'm going back on board with Jolly, who's behind Reynolds, sorry, the two super soft runners. If you look, the Reynolds is slowly starting to catch Ted as well, because it was 2.8. So yeah,
it does seem that the ultras are dying here.
Yeah, they've gone off the cliff here.
The soft guys, they've caught up to the guys on the ultra soft, so I think it's definitely a time for these ultras to pit. But Ted decides to stay out. Be interested to see what Amazement and LK do. LK looks like he is coming in actually. Yeah, oh, both Amazement is as well. He's got a 3-second time penalty, but both of those two are in. But it's only Feisty Ted who's staying out. The man in the Toro Rosso is he's risking it massively here.
So it's going to be interesting. He's lost. Look how much time he's lost. He's lost half a second there, just in this first sector. Those tyres must be dying. He must want to go onto those super softs for the one stop. That's going to be a bold move because he's on lap 13. Oh no, he can't do 20. He's going to have to go onto the soft. Sorry, I thought we were halfway through, but we're not. We've still got another 23 laps to
lap
go.
13.
As Silent Mole and Leopard,
it's not over yet.
still going at it. It's now P6. So that damage doesn't seem to be hindering Leopard too much. But obviously he can get it changed when he comes in again, because he is... looks like he's going to be doing the two stop today.
So he's actually gone wide there. So I think the dirty air really doesn't help with the front wing damage as well. It seems he can control the front wing damage as Ted is now diving it in. So it'll be interesting to see where he comes out. And obviously Leopard will be the net race leader, we think, but due to the damage, it definitely could be slowing him down as he has picked himself a time penalty. But Ted's in, and it's a set of super softs for him. No softs.
No softs.
Now it's softs.
Yeah, so Leopard has jumped him in. Well, so Leopard is your net leader now. Him and Silent Mole are going at it. Leopard. Oh, there's a bit of lag there from Silent Mole.
Yeah, I mean, it does seem like looking further up the field, there's a huge gap between Jolly and Sims. Obviously, Sims being on a set of softs, but Jolly does seem quite feisty, you could say, behind Reynolds. He's closed up the gap as Silent Mole's lacking all over the place there. It's gonna be maybe Leopard's brothers are struggling with the front wing damage in sector 2. You know, it's mainly where you need the downforce around this track, as Amazement has just got past LAR Lives has gone to a set as Reynolds is actually in, as Jolly stayed out, so Jolly is now in the race lead, but as Leopard's Silent Mole's in as well.
Silent Mole's coming as well.
Reynolds is in, and he's gone to a set of softs. Silent Mole, wait and see there.
So it'll be interesting now to see, with Leopard doing the two stop, how much of a gap he's going to have on these boys, with the likes of Reynolds and Feisty Ted, and if he can pull out enough gap for a pit stop. I know the pit stop is the shortest here. He only has 6 seconds currently on Feisty Ted in 7th. Obviously he is on the faster tyre, and he will be on the ultra softs when he comes out. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, but if he does ultras, we assume, obviously he could do a set of super softs just to get the front wing damage fixed if he feels like it, but it's all about the because he is actually closing to Roberts in front, but Jolly's now diving it in, so it will be interesting to see where Jolly comes out and if he comes out in front or behind Reynolds. But Jigglypuff is very close to Reynolds as well. All of these guys who have pitted are so incredibly close. As we expect Jolly to go on to a set of softs, which he is, so stay on board with Reynolds, and I think an undercut may have worked, but it's going to be close between Reynolds and Jolly. There's Reynolds, and Jolly's actually behind Jiggly as well.
Yeah, Feisty Ted, sorry to butt in, Josh. Feisty Ted's all over CK here. CK defending to the inside in turn 3. It looks at, the extra grip that Feisty Ted has on those tyres. But CK's looking up the inside again here. No, can't get the move done. Gets some wonderful back shots there, but it looks like Reynolds. Now Reynolds is all over the back of CK. CK's lagging a little bit. You wouldn't have thought he'd hold these guys up too much. Was this really close to the back from Reynolds here? Can he go around the outside into the penultimate corner? Oh, they've touched. Oh, they had a little touch there.
Bit of contact.
Yeah, but
no damage though.
No, just a bit of wheel bang. It's CK.
Oh, CK! Nearly lost the back end, but Jiggly's on the back of Reynolds now. Could potentially go 3 wide into turn 1. Reynolds is looking on outside of CK. He's got the move done already. Good move from Reynolds, but yeah, he's struggling on the set of Supersofts, and it's helping out Leopard really. CK holding up these guys as Jolly as well. He's just right behind as Jiggly's looking up the inside of CK, and Jolly may actually look to follow as well. He's not going to lose too much time if he can get the move done, but CK's got a bit of grip there, but I think Jolly's got more. He's being squeezed a bit onto the grass.
Looks like Jolly's going to have the move done here. Yep, just that the fresher tyres and the more grip. But CK's losing positions like wildfire here. I'm on board with the amazement. Who has? Oh, Livs is going for the inside move. Sorry, just look behind there. Livs went for the inside move there. He's really close. This is some brilliant racing from these guys. Oh, it's Livs going up the inside here. Livs is going to get this move done, but he's right behind CK. CK slowed him up. Oh,
contact.
Livs is in the wall.
He's clipped the wall. He's trying to get back to track. He's got 3 seconds up. He's just hit the wall even more. He's trying to get back onto track. As he actually has retired from the session, Livs.
As Jolly's making
the move. Jolly and Jigglypuff.
Yeah. Sadly, I think they're on that move previously. Yeah, he gets the move done. Squeeze him out wide. Well, sorry, just onto the move. I don't think CK, who was actually coming into the pits, helped his teammate out there because he was trying to get past. As Feisty Ted's got past.
Oh, George let Feisty Ted through actually. Yeah. I think George just let him through. George hasn't pitted yet, we should say. He's on a set of softs, so he's going to be probably diving on a set of maybe ultras or supersofts towards the end, so we'll have more pace there. But George to be P5, set of softs, it's, he's doing okay. Obviously, you've got Sims and Bobberts. Bobberts actually got past Sims, I believe. Both those guys still on a set of softs, so doing okay. George's actually now in.
He'll be diving in probably onto a pair of super softs. On board as Jiggly's got a penalty with the amazement. He might have let him through obviously because he was coming in, but then obviously to catch up with Leopard, it's obviously only 4 seconds behind. Leopard, I feel, is definitely being hindered by that left front damage he has on his wing. So it'll be interesting to see when he comes in if he gets that change. Sorry, Sims is on the back of Bobberts here. This is for the lead, but we know that the net leader is Leopard, who is currently in 3rd. But Jolly's all over the back of Reynolds. Pardon me, Reynolds as well. For P5. And this is definitely for
Jolly
position.
seems to be doing quite well here today.
Does. Jolly's
So much going on, it's hard way to look.
yeah, it's hard to keep up with everything. Stay on board here with Jolly. Jolly's going for the move. Jolly's going for the move up the inside to turn 3. And he's got the move done.
Looks
on
like
Reynolds.
He does have it.
And he's got DRS, so he's pulling away. A brilliant move there from Jolly. Moves the Renault driver up to P5. Feisty Ted, just to note, is catching Leopard. It was 4 seconds at the start. This now is now 3.3. So, like we say, Leopard is suffering with that damage. Just further down the field, Melanie is catching up to the Amazement. And I think just further down, I think CK got past Drastic Inferno there. Yep, so that moves Leopard. Sims goes on the super softs as expected, but he drops all the way down here to, is it going to be, has he, looks like he's just, is he going to get
I think he's in front of Jork.
Yeah, I was just looking to see if he got in front of Jork, who pitted the lap before, and he did. So Silent Mole, just check the guys who are yet to pit. So
only Bobbitt's.
Only Bobbitt's and Drastic Inferno are the only ones who haven't pitted so far. We are expecting Leopard in again.
Yeah, along with Jigglypuff as well.
Yeah. But Feisty Ted is really catching up to Leopard here. As
Leopard's in as well.
He's decided he's had enough of that wing damage.
You see that will add on an extra 7-ish seconds to him. He is getting the front wing change as well.
And he's going on to Super Softs. Bobbitt's, interestingly.
Bobbitt's has gone to Ultra Softs.
Yeah, I was going to say, interestingly enough, Bobbitt's has gone for the bold strategy here. He's got to keep, how many laps? 14, 15 laps? That's a long way to go on those Ultra Softs. But he's obviously feeling,
it's gonna be a push.
Yeah. He's come out behind Sims. So Sims,
Jiggly pitted as well. Sorry,
Sims actually got the undercut on Bobbitt's there, but Bobbitt's is on the faster tyre.
Yeah, Leopard's come out P11 and going to have to really put into those sort of lap times now. And it'll be a real test to see actually what strategy is better. The people who did the one stop going on the softs, or everyone who's gone onto the set of super softs or ultras. Like, we're on lap 22 now, so we've still got 14 laps to go. But as it stands, the top 7 are all soft runners really, apart from CK. So it's going to be a real test. And sort of Sims is leading the charge, you could say, with all these guys on softer tyres.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting now. I think that's all the pretty much, other than Jiggly's obviously, all the pit stops are now done. We'd have thought, other than if anyone gets damaged, as Sim sets the fastest up within an 108 flat. It's going to be interesting to see how far the likes of Leopard can get up, as this yellow's in sector 2.
Drastic Inferno.
It's a Drastic Inferno.
He's slid.
As LK has got past Melanie. Yeah. LK, I think LK's going to have the move done here. Got DRS. They both got DRS, sorry. Interesting. Oh, a little bit of contact there. But LK gets the move done. Melanie tried the switch back, but couldn't quite get the drive out of the corner. That's LK up to P5. So Bobbitt's has managed to catch up to Sims here.
Yeah, he is closing. Probably. The thing with DRS around this track, was Bobbitt's actually.
I think Bobbitt's has had a screen freeze. I think he's had a screen freeze.
I think he has.
Sadly for Bobbitt's, he's dropped from like 0.2 to 1.5 seconds behind Sims there. It's a bit disappointing for him. What I will say is Leopard is on the charge as I speak. He sets fast lap. He was 3 seconds behind Jork at the start of the lap. He's now 1.9. So Leopard is on the charge. He is definitely one to watch out for. Let's go further up the field. The gaps are actually starting to stagnate a little bit, not too close. So it'll be interesting. Still all to play for. Going into these final 12 laps.
Nothing's going to be certain as it is. Obviously, there's certain time penalties as well. We know Leopard's got 3 seconds as well. I believe Silent Mole has one as well. But as the race goes on, we'll have a look at that.
What we'll say is LK is caught right up to the back of the Amazement here. Got DRS on him.
Jolly as well on Feisty Ted.
As Leopard gets another penalty, I think that's his second. He's going to say, just go on board with the leaders here. Jolly looking lively here. Wants that P1. Catching up with Feisty Ted. No moves done so far.
One thing I've just noticed is that, so as it stands, from Amazement, LK, Melanie, Silent Mole, all these guys on the softs, they're so close to each other. And Sims has closed up for, I think, about 2 seconds now to Silent Mole. And Bobbert's just behind him, and then you've got some other guys there behind. But once these super soft guys catch to the back of, well, if Sims catches to the back of Silent Mole, he's going to have another, like, 3 cars in front of him, which could get him up to 4th.
I was going to say,
where it is so close between everyone.
Yeah. Like you say, there's a little bit of a train forming behind the Amazement here with LK, Melanie, Silent Mole, and then like you say, Sims catching him. And so I'm on board with LK here. He's going to go for the move into turn 1 on Amazement. Oh, they've touched, but they're now going side by side.
Melanie's getting involved.
Melanie's
as well.
there as well. Melanie, ever the opportunist there. He's going to go round. He's going to have to go round the outside of LK here. Oh, they touch. It squeezes Melanie out wide, but LK gets the move done. Silent Mole, sorry. All over the back of the Amazement as well. So Amazement's dropped 2 positions there. As Melanie dives up the inside of LK. That's a brilliant move, push him out wide. That has left him a sitting duck here as we're going 3 wide.
3 wide.
3 wide. Oh my god, this is not going to end well. Oh no. Oh, he's been punted.
Oh, the Mercedes as well.
Oh, Bobberts has hit him. You've got to feel. But what I will say, this has really helped Sims out. All that battling has really helped Sims out. As he's caught. That was unbelievable, I'm not going to lie. 3 wide through turn 5 there. It was never going to work, sadly.
Quite suicidal from the guys, but it made a good little moment there.
Silent Mole looked up the inside, had a look there at Amazement into turn 1, but nothing doing. I'm going to go back on TV pod here. Is Silent Mole going to make a move? No. Sides against it. He's got DRS though here, so if you can get a good drive out the corner. No. And Sims isn't close enough either. Oh, just to note, Leopard has got past Jork, but he is quite a way back. He is 6 seconds behind.
It was around, I think, 7.8. So Leopard is really putting in them laps, as we've seen. And he's closing up to his teammate, and obviously then Mole and Amazement, and then Melanie as well. He's only a little bit down the road.
Oh! Jolly has had a moment. Sorry, I just went on board with him. He has had a moment. He has lost P2. Sorry there, Josh. Sorry,
yeah, I don't know what's happened from Jolly. I think did it spin out or?
Yeah, it looks like it. As LK has had to pit. Did not see that. He's gone in the ultra softs.
Yeah, he had damage from the 3 wide incident.
P5. So your new leader is Feisty Ted, with Reynolds a bit further behind in P2, and Jolly dropping down to P3. I just caught the end of that as he was just slow in the pit lane as LK lets his teammate through. Silent Mole's on the back of the Amazement here. Gonna get them into turn 4. No, he cannot. This is so close. Some brilliant racing from these guys. What I will say is, you know, we just mentioned Leopard a minute ago. He's caught 2 seconds.
4.7.
Yeah, it was 6.6.
The time.
As Reynolds gets a second penalty,
which could affect him.
Yeah, I think that's his second.
Towards the end of the race. Potentially, I'm not too sure. We'll have a look around lap 32, I would say.
Yeah.
Just to see in terms of track position once Sims and obviously Leopard's still closing. And we still have 7 laps to go. And the rate Leopard has been closing, he's definitely going to catch up to the back of these guys. Tyler Mole's picked himself up another time penalty. To add to his other one, I believe.
Yeah, I think penalties are going to really play a part here as he gets really close to the amazement, but he outbrakes himself. Broke a little bit too late there. He has activated DRS there. Sims is right behind him, and you can just see in the background Leopard as Bobbett sets the fastest lap on those ultra soft tyres. He's currently in P12.
Yeah, I was just on board with Sims in the broadcast camera. You can see both Silent Mole, Amazement and Melanie all in front of him there. The Red Bull, he's not that far out of this battle. And Amazement is catching him as well. And I mean, this is P4 as well, and it's a potential of potentially, once Leopard gets there, who could all grab it here.
Yeah, what I will say is it's going to be, barring any mistakes, don't want to give commentators curse here, but I would say the top 3 are probably set as they are now, because with that 6-second gap from Jolly to Melanie, even if Leopard does catch up to these boys, which he will, he's only 3.6 seconds behind now, as these are all really close here. Sims is all over the back of Silent Mole. He's got the DRS, he's going to the inside. Oh, he makes a move on the inside, can he get it done? Oh, they're touching. They're going side by side. Oh, Sims backs out. I think that was a wise move by Sims. After seeing what happened previously.
The inside, not much Sims could do.
No. Leopard is now 2.6, he is on the prowl. I would not be surprised if we see Leopard pass every single one of these cars who are in front of him up to P4. Sims is right behind him. He thought about the movement to turn 1 as the Amazement gets I think that's his second. I think that's his second penalty as well, maybe.
Quite a big effect, I feel like, here today. All Sims is looking on the inside of Silent Mole. Going into turn 2, it does seem that having the outside line is better here. You get a better exit, which Silent Mole has done. Don't know if Sims is going to have enough to bring it back at him. Stay on board here. Is he going to look towards the inside like last lap? Doesn't seem to at this particular moment. But Leopard needs 2 seconds behind now. He is closing to the back of this train, and Amazement is closing to the back of Melanie as well.
Yeah, this is a little train here falling behind Melanie for P4. And what I will say, Reynolds is now within DRS as Jolly gets a penalty. He was within DRS of Feisted P1. But look, what I will say, as Silent Mole's run wide, Sims has got the run on him here. He ran wide, out of turn, final turn. Can Sims get the move done? He goes up the inside, Sims gets a penalty for that. No, but he doesn't get the drive. Sadly, he went for the move but got a penalty. This has allowed Leopard right into the mix. Look how close these 4 are. There is literally...
There you can see Leopard now, like clear as day behind Sims.
Yeah.
I think Sims will probably let Leopard go, to be fair.
Yeah. I would say when team orders might come into play. I've gone on board with the Amazement here. All Silent Mole is starting to move. But look how close Leopard is now. Less than a second. Where's that come from? Unbelievable rapid from Leopard in that final. Jessica Finley gets that. I'm going to go on board with Reynolds here, who's really caught up to Feisty Ted. 7 tenths now. Can Reynolds get his second win in a row? We shall see.
I'll have a look at penalties.
Leopard, Sims has let Leopard through, as we expected. And Leopard, look at, oh my, Leopard has so much more pace than these guys. Yellow flags here in sector 2, who's that? Don't know, doesn't look like it, but Reynolds has really caught up to Feisty Ted. It's Leopard has got past Silent Mole.
He's got past Silent Mole. Front three, so Feisty Ted, well, Reynolds and Jolly both have 3 penalties. But Feisty Ted has 1 as it stands.
So Feisty Ted, is your race winner at current time. I'm sorry, you know, after all that, we missed that the Amazement got past Melanie in all of that. And Amazement's up to 4th.
He did, but Amazement has got 2 seconds worth of penalties. Reynolds has got another one actually. He's just picked himself up another time penalty. And he's closing to the back of Ted. But so Melanie hasn't got any penalties from what I checked. So he will. Melanie could be in a good position here, but being nearly 10 seconds away from the leaders, it won't promote him to a podium position, but he will jump Amazement and maybe even Leopard. I didn't get the chance to check them, but Leopard's now looking on the inside of Melanie. He'll get the move done quickly. Can he get it done? He's squeezed him out a little bit. Silent Mole's nearly lost the back end there, but has got the move done, and he's now chasing after Amazement.
But these are all really close here.
Just looking at Leopard's penalties. So Leopard's got 2 penalties.
Yeah. Oh, he's so
old. Yeah,
Leopard.
Melanie hasn't got a single one, so he's in a good position.
He's playing havoc here with these guys. So this will be obviously a good. Oh my God, how close! How close to the front 3? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Jolly's caught on massively. Hamilton fans actually going to block Jolly, I think, a little bit. No, Jolly's got a good run on Reynolds. He's had to break there. Obviously, due to the penalties, Jolly needs to try and get past Reynolds and then try and bring the fight to Feisty Ted. But we've got 2 battles going on once. Leopard's now going to get past Amazement. He's going to get that done nice and easy, I feel like. Keep an eye on the front 3 though, seeing what's going to happen. I think Jolly actually was either weaving there or maybe lost again, so I won't bother with him. But Leopard is up to P4. Silent Mole's on the inside of Melanie. Don't know where that's come from. Which is really going to help him towards the end of the race. We're on lap 35 here.
Melanie doesn't
a lot of changing in position, but he doesn't. But he is. He's just going to squeeze that Mole a little bit. There is contact.
Side by side.
Further up the field. Jolly's on the back of Reynolds as well. Everything's happening. Sims is on the back of Silent Mole and Melanie as well. Sims has gone onto the bunny hop curbs there. As Jolly's actually got past Reynolds further on the field.
Reynolds is.
Jolly's up into P2.
My God, sorry guys, we cannot keep up with all the action here, but Jolly's got the move done on Reynolds. And Silent Mole's, Sims and Silent Mole going at it as well. P7, all action up and down the field.
We are on the final lap as well.
Oh my God, sorry, that's come really quickly. So much action.
Yeah, so much has happened that we've forgotten it's the final lap, but due to penalties, everything will change. I feel like Melanie will actually grab P4 here as it stands.
Yeah.
But Silent Mole's already looking on the. He's got a really good run there, and he's actually going to get past Melanie, unless Melanie's going to try and.
Sims is right on the back as well of this. Sorry to put in, Josh. Sims is right on the back of this battle as well. So, but Melanie doesn't really need to fight any of this. I don't know if Sims has a penalty either, but the guys in front all have penalties. As Reynolds is all over the back of Jolly as they come over. Feisty Ted coming through the final corner. I think he's going to get the win here. As Feisty Ted comes over the line, gets the victory, and yet Jolly drops, and then Reynolds drops. Leopard comes across the line. Just waiting for Leopard to come across the line now. Will he jump? No, he stays P4. Amazement P4. There we go, you were correct. Melanie has jumped up into P4. Leopard down in P5. Sims. The Silent Mole is dropped down to 8th, I think, there with all the penalties. Amazement in 7th. It's got CK
There we
and
go. Sorry
Bobbits.
about that. Sadly, I did lose connection from the way.
Oh, sorry, no worries. CK and Bobbits coming round. CK and Bobbits across the line. Is Bobbits going to get... Oh, CK just gets it. On the line, it looks like. Wow. Breathless race there. Action from start to finish. As we expected from Austria. Brilliant race. But... we'll just wait for the... to come up. And I'll go. So,
I'm back.
hello.
Sorry about that.
Feisty Ted is your race winner. With Jolly in second, a brilliant drive from the Renault driver starting in 8th, gaining 7 positions to finish in P2. And Reynolds rounding out your podium in P3. And then Melanie, with a brilliant drive, getting no penalties, jumps up to P4. He actually crossed the line in 7th or 8th, I think. And then we've got Leopard in P5, Sins in P6, The Amazement in P7, Silent Mole, your championship leader, P8, Jork in P9, and Jigglypuff rounding out the top 10. What I will say, I think that has shown that the one stop is definitely quicker round here than the 2 stops. Because Leopard was the only one to tip other than Jigglypuff and Bobbits, and both of them were lower down the order in P10 and P12 respectively. So I think that's safe to say that the one stop is quicker around Austria. But brilliant race, wouldn't you say?
Definitely. I think it just kept changing so much. Hard to predict, what strategy was going to work out better, who was going to finish where. It was incredible race. And even one of the best of the season, to be fair.
Yeah, definitely. I feel definitely the most exciting race of the season. For sure. Right, I'm going to invite Reynolds in. I'll invite Jolly in. Oh god, I've just gone off spectator. Oh my god, people are leaving, this is annoying. So invite him. And Vice Ted. Right, let me just add the boys in. I think Charlie is.
Reynolds is actually disconnected from the party.
Okay, I'll invite him again. I've sent invites to the other 2, so we'll see. Reynolds has left the party. So we have Feisty said connecting. We'll see if we can get people in here. Looks like we're struggling for connection. Both of these are still joining the party. Whew, we'll catch our... Reynolds joined. Both still connected. I think we're going to struggle here, connection-wise, to get these boys in, but we will try our very best to get some interviews. Alright, they're in. Hello. Hello, boys.
It's just Reynolds and Ted.
Yeah, I invited Jolly, but...
Oh,
right.
Jesus.
Right, boys. Finally got you in. If you want to include your audios. Oh, Jolly's... we have Jolly as well. Hello, Jolly. Right. We will... Josh, if you want to begin. If we want to start with our race winner.
Oh, no pressure then. Okay. My typical when it comes to podium questions is basically ask just how your race was and take you through it. So Ted, just, take us through your race, man.
Well, my quality was pretty decent. Like, I got a 14.7. I was pretty happy with that. And then I literally had the scrappiest race I've ever done. Like, not in terms of like other drivers, just I had so many mistakes. Like, I hit the bump on the last corner 3 times in that race, and I honestly got away with a win. Like, Jolly had the pace. Like, he accidentally tapped me in the rear. If he probably would have overtook me there and maybe could have won. He had quite a few penalties though, so I'm not sure. But and Reynolds was in it as well, so anything could have happened. But it wasn't exactly comfortable. I don't know why Leopard pitted so early, trying to do the two-stop. I mean, you got to take the cars twice, and that's never going to work. So I don't know what he was doing, but I'll take the win.
Yeah. Yeah, well done. To say you weren't sure whether you're going to race because of your internet, I think you'll take the race victory, I'm sure, after that.
Yeah, I don't know how it was. My frames were terrible that race, so...
It's safe to say your internet was better than Reynolds. Shall we? We'll just put it
Okay.
clear. I'm sorry, Taylor, but you were jumping everywhere.
Shock.
Right, so P2. Jolly. Well done.
Yep.
I think it's your first
Cheers.
time on the podium in F1 League, so how's it feel? And just talk us through your race.
Yeah, pretty happy with it. Qualifying weren't too good, not very good in wet conditions, so I'd have took a top 10, and that's what I got. We're not really sure of strategy-wise what everyone else is doing, but I'm going for a one-stop. And as soon as I loaded in, saw everyone's tyres, saw everyone else pretty much doing it. Made a few gains off at start, and then I was stuck behind Reynolds for ages. And towards the end, got up to Ted, just had a bit of a crash, and that's pretty much race from there. Got back past Reynolds, decent.
Yeah, well done. And well done on your
Cheers.
maiden podium. And I'm sure it won't be the last that you have in the F1 League, so we'll probably be speaking to you again as the season goes on. But well done on your P2. Right, moving on to Taylor, esports extraordinaire, P3. Talk us through your race.
I had a decent qualifying. I think it helped that it was wet. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been as high up because I don't really like this track. And I just I didn't know what tyre to start on. I just went with the opposite of what Joe started on, and it worked quite well because towards sort of like 9-10, I was quite quick. I got past Joe. Leopard pitted early, obviously, and I think I was right behind Ted when I pitted. And then he sort of got away a bit in the second stint. Jolly caught me, and I thought I won't fight him too much because he's got more pace than me, and I thought he could maybe pull me on to Ted, which sort of worked because I got to the back of Ted towards the end, but my penalties meant that I couldn't really do any better than third, which I would have took before the start of the race, so
Yeah.
I'm pretty happy.
Well done, Taylor. And after last week, you were saying in the interviews how we should be like, well done on your one penalty. Back to normal this week. But well done, Pete.
One of those tracks, really.
Yeah, it is. I agree. It's one of those tracks but well done. Congratulations, boys, on your results. And I think that Reynolds that cements your places in P2 and in the championship, and you catch Shine them all a little bit, who've ended up finishing in 8th. So that's good for you in the title challenge.
It is, yeah.
So well done. Anything else to add, Josh?
Nope, no, I've got nothing else to add.
Alright, well done, boys, and we'll see you all next week. Is it Britain next week?
Silverstone, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say, thought it might be Britain next week. So we look forward to another exciting race there. So well done, boys, and we'll see you all next week, guys. Thank you very much.